What is up, guys? My name is Level Up Tech and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video I'm going to be talking about the Motorola Razr 2019, the brand new foldable phone. I'm sure a lot of you have seen pictures and all sorts of stuff about this phone already, but today I'm going to be going into the release date, price, specs, features, everything about this phone before it does release officially in January. So let's start off with the price. So the price is pretty straightforward. It's just going to be $1,500, and honestly that's not that expensive for a foldable phone. If you compare this to the prices of the Galaxy Fold or the Huawei Mate X, it's pretty cheap, and I'll get into why that is in a little bit. But we're going to move on to the release date of this phone now. And pre-orders will open on December 26th of 2019, and then the phone will get a release date during January of 2020. So now I'm kind of going to get into why the Motorola Razr isn't as expensive as the Galaxy Fold or the Huawei Mate X. And basically the reason for this is that it doesn't have as good of specs. The specs aren't up to par with the Galaxy Fold or the Mate X. So we're just going to dive right into the specs right here so you guys can see what it's like. So when the phone's folded, we have a little front screen. It has a 4:3 aspect ratio, 800 by 600 pixels, and a 2.7 inch OLED, which is glass OLED display. And when you open up the phone, we have a 21:9 aspect ratio, 2142 by 876 pixels, and a 6.2 inch OLED, which is plastic OLED display. So if you do end up buying this phone, it's going to be really important that you protect that plastic OLED display, because it's going to scratch very easily. So when the phone's folded, it's obviously going to be protecting that, but when the phone is open, you've got to be really careful because it will scratch and break super easily. So that is one negative for this phone. When you're buying this phone, hopefully it's not for the camera, because it just has a 16 megapixel main camera with an f.17 aperture, and there's no ultra wide, there's no zoom lens or anything like that. It's just gonna have that one main camera. So if you're buying this for the camera, that's a pretty lame reason to be buying it for. So now we're going to be diving into the inside of the phone. So it's going to have the Snapdragon 710 processor. This is more of a mid-range processor. It's obviously not going to be up there with the Snapdragon 855. Then it's going to have 6 GB of RAM, 128 GB storage, and a 2510 mAh battery. So the battery could potentially be a big problem. Obviously, that's a small battery and it could drain pretty fast. We're just gonna have to see what it's like when the phone officially releases. The phone will be shipping with Android 9, so that's obviously not the latest OS, so that is something else you'll be sacrificing with this phone. And then we'll have a 15-watt fast charge. That's not as fast as some of the flagship phones with like 30-watt charging and stuff like that. And then there is a fingerprint scanner. It's on the bottom chin there, as you can see in this picture here, and the speakers are mounted on the bottom of the front chin, along with the USB-C port, obviously, to charge your phone. Some negatives that come with this phone is that there's no expandable storage, no SIM slot, the phone uses eSIM, and there's no headphone jack, and there's no wireless charging. So there are obviously some major drawbacks on this phone, and that's kind of what you get for a cheaper price. But this phone does look pretty dang cool, and if you're looking to go back in time and basically experience the Motorola Razr again but in a newer form, this phone is for you. But let me know how you guys feel about this phone in the comments below. And basically that's about all I have for this video, so be sure to like and subscribe, and go over to my Twitter and Instagram and follow those if you want to see some little extra posts and everything like that. I'll have all of the links in the description for you guys to go check those out. But that's all I have for this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.